levels. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me good?
I hear you great.
All right, perfect. So, people, we are speaking with a very significant individual in the community of South Florida. You know, I think we have probably crossed paths because I just did some research over last night into tonight. So I think that we have crossed paths in the streets, probably some kind of way, you know. But I am going to get the opportunity to speak with this gentleman, and his name is Devar Davis, right? Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And he's a coach, right? But he's not just a coach, right? So Devar, we have a lot of different parts to really bring together because it's a whole heap of different parts that compose an individual as yourself, right? But I want you to just give a small introduction to South Florida and the whole entire globe here on I Radio, the Performa.com.
Understood. Well, I definitely appreciate you for having me. And yes, I am a coach of sorts. I do coach all ages from children all the way up to adults and professional MMA fighters, as people who just want to get in shape, all aspects. But the work that I do now, or what led me up to the work that I do now, it really was a culmination of things that happened before. I'm Jamaican born and, came here to South Florida at an early age, and throughout different walks of my life led me to health and fitness because of my own health journey. And I don't plan on stopping. So if there's any particular question you have that you want to answer, you want to ask, feel free to do so. But yes, I currently am a coach. I plant a lot of food, grow a lot of food that we consume ourselves. The wife and I, we definitely are into what we're doing. And the links that I gave you, from caribsensations.com to Spartan Martial Arts and Fitness, those are my two ventures now, and I'm heavily invested in those.
Okay, nice introduction, my friend. So I have some questions for you. I don't even usually, I like to consider this a reasoning more than an interview. So I don't usually have very much like structured questions. I kind of just open reason, but because I don't really know you, right? And I'm
Right.
and I'm very intrigued at the things that I've seen that you have sent me already. And I have a bridging called Blake Speck that I work with, and Calvin Blake, that he really say, yo, you have to talk to this bridging, you have a reason with this bridging, right? So that is what brings us here right now. So I would like to start by no special format, right? But we live in a society that a lot of people pretend to have a lot of answers, right? Why or how would your answers work for me as an individual? Like the way that you, first of all, more do it this way, right? You are you're a vegan, right? That's a number one. You're a vegan, right?
Yes, for lack of better words, yes. I prefer natural living. I primarily eat with the seasons, and we grow a lot of food. Like, vegan is a broad brush, but
Yes,
I
yes.
do fit under that brush.
Okay, so you also help to rehabilitate people, correct?
Yes, different forms. If you're talking about
Health wise, yeah.
fitness, yes.
So you mentioned earlier on that you made a transition, then you made a change in how you were living your lifestyle. Was that the main purpose for you starting to the trod where you trod?
Well, yes, it was when I came up here. When I came up here from Jamaica, I partook in a lot of the different foods that we have here, and I ended up getting sick.
Wow.
And that helped really fuel that journey to make sure that I get better, because it was not a pleasant feeling. But
What age
I
was
come
that?
from country,
What age was
so
that?
so this was early. I don't think I was 10 yet.
So you
I
come.
used to go back and forth,
Yeah.
but I remember staying permanently. I want to say that Hurricane Andrew. You remember Andrew
Yeah,
when
man.
Andrew hit Jamaica?
Yeah, yeah.
I was
In Miami, Andrew hit Miami.
no, no, no. Yeah, Andrew hit Miami, but I was stuck in Jamaica for Andrew.
Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
And
Okay.
then when I came up, I stayed after that.
Yeah, man, on the Performa.com, Blake Speck, I yell you up too. Yeah, man, him I yell you up. Him say support this
You know, I've
brother. He's
known Blake. You know, I've known Blake for over
yeah.
20 years.
Yes, oh man, oh man. Him really believe in you. You know me I say him believe in you. And I want people to know more about you. I have some structured questions. I don't even know if they're going to work, but
Definitely.
these are definitely things that I personally would like to know, and I believe that people would like to know as well. So obviously you've already shared with us that the reason that you ventured off into a vegan realm or in are eating better, eating food that you feel is more like what would feed the quality of your structure, because
Yes,
you identified that you come from country, and the food them where you used to eat a country made you feel better than when you came here, and then you start indulging maybe like fast food and certain things. So that revelation
absolutely.
started leading you towards eating more holistic, you know, preferred diet or food, right?
Yeah, we call it live it, but
Live
you
it.
know that. So.
Yeah, Rasta. Well, I start corrected, sir. Enough respect. Yes, man. So, all right. Let me bring up this. Can I have some question here, you know? So,
Sure.
based off of your experience, is this something for everyone? Would you say that what you experience is something that you would want to share with everyone?
Would I want to share with everyone? Absolutely. Is it for everyone? That's not really my call, because here's the thing. I found what worked for me.
Yes, man.
When I first started on this journey, what I used to do, just like everyone else, you find out some information, you think you know something, and you want to share with everyone, but you're not respecting their journey. So
Yeah,
me
yeah.
as a person who trains me as a person who trains amateur and professional fighters, they have to cut weight sometimes. So in cutting weight, you have to get on certain diets. So I introduced them to certain plant-based things that they would never consume before. I'm not trying to make them quote unquote vegan, but balance and a healthy lifestyle. I personally do not consume anything where walk, swim, fly, crawl, or have parents. You know,
Oh
but that's
man,
me.
yeah, 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 man.
But
Well,
that's me.
I
You
spoke with
know,
a gentleman too. You know, I don't know if you know him, Tory Washington. He's actually the first vegan bodybuilder to ever be not be a part of the actually eligible for the Mr. Olympia. So he's a
yeah,
bodybuilder,
man.
and he's the first one ever. He's a Jamaican too.
Yeah, man. I'm very familiar with Tori. We've met in person a few times, and we have mutual friends. But that's a solid brother right there. I actually listened to the interview when you were talking about them, and part of the interview, I remember you saying that, people always say you don't look your age, and you told them you do look your age. And that is so profound, because here's the thing.
Yeah.
A lot of people do not look their age.
Yes, man.
But that's lifestyle. That's based on,
Is it,
what they have done to lead them up to that point.
but Devar, you hit a very valid point again. It's something where I always bring up in my meditation. Like people would come and say, "Oh, you look so young for your age," and I really like to bring that forward and say, Yes, I look my age, and people they always say that they like it. They like when I say that. That makes sense. And today was a very revealing day for me, because not only in exercise or in what you're eating or what you're not eating, but in just taking some time for yourself, just a time to
Yes.
breathe, a time to reflect, a time to meditate, a time to do actually nothing. I think is a wonderful thing, because everything is always pushing us towards expectations. Now, there's a separation of expectations and responsibilities, right? So that
Absolutely.
is what I've been, several what you call like shifting out in my head from days like, what is my responsibility, and then what is
Right.
the expectations, because sometimes the expectations bring the stress, and the stress can bring you downwards. You know what I say? And I believe that that's what most people, that's how most people lose them life, is through stress. You know what I say?
I agree with you 100%. And
Yeah.
just to touch on that, what you said about expectations, the problem is with a lot of people today,
Yes.
they have expectations and they have a little bit of motivation, but they do not have the discipline to see those expectations through. Motivation comes and goes, it's fleeting. Sometimes you're motivated to get up and go to work, and sometimes you don't want to do nothing. But if you develop the discipline, just like I tell people in the martial arts school, don't look at your belt, don't look at when you're going to graduate, just show up. Show up and do the work, and then whatever is coming to you will come to you,
Mad.
depending on the work that you put in. But that's how life treats us. Problem is, a lot of us aren't getting that lesson now, and we're kind of living this microwave society where people don't really take the time out to kind of grow things and see them germinate, plant the seed, and give it time to grow. We want everything right now.
Yeah, you can't
And
plant
that's
the
what
seed.
leads to. There you go.
You can't plant the seed and just rip it out and grow and say, "Come grow up and give me fruit and everything. I'm ready for it." You know, you can't do that. So you have to
Exactly.
wait upon it. You have to trust the journey. And what you're talking about, I did see, you sent me a clip, and it really resonated when you said that discipline. The discipline was the word that you were focusing on, and it resonated with me because the way that you explain discipline, right? And I want you go back on that again. I want you revisit that word there again one more time for all the listeners that are listening right now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I always compare and contrast motivation and discipline. Let's give you an example of someone who wants to lose weight for whatever reason. Maybe a dance coming up or something, a wedding or something. They want to, female want to fit in a dress or something like that. You get motivated to do it.
Yeah.
However, the discipline is what's going to get you up in the morning to do it. You're not going to be motivated all the time. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline is doing something you want to do, whether you like it or not. And that is what makes significant changes in your life. I don't need an alarm clock to wake up and do what I do. I know there's people that depend on me.
So I have a
what I'm
question.
doing now,
Where you done?
yes,
Come like
yes.
reasoning. So here one now. Have you always liked to do what you're doing? Was it always something that you was it were there times that you didn't like it? You were annoyed by it. It stressed you out. It bothered you, and you just said, "Boy, I can't bother with this." And how you overcome that?
To be honest with you, over the years, I think it was a gradual change that happened into me. To make a long story short, I went from, working with Blake. We were working at Best Buy. Years later, after that,
So I come
went back. We used to do the answering phone service, but after that, I went back to school for engineering. Got my engineering degree. Was fixing airplanes for a living.
Wow.
And I just felt like I wanted to get back into like fitness, so I got back into martial arts, and that's what led me up until now. But the people that I'm training to do these competitions and compete, that's what I wanted to do. However, it wasn't in the cards for me because the school was going to end up closing, and I ended up buying the school to keep it from closing.
Oh wow.
But now I have a whole bunch of people that I'm responsible for. So my career kind of got put on the back burner so that I can focus and get everyone else up to speed. So I was rebellious at that point, yes, because when you're a fighter, it's kind of a selfish journey. You have to focus on you. Now I have people depending on me, and I wasn't ready for it at the time. So when you say resistance, yes, because I still wanted to focus on what I was doing. But now I'm a business owner. I have to make that transition and focus on the clients who are coming to me asking for help and looking for believing in the service that I can provide for them, and I have an opportunity to show and prove. But that's what led to helping the children as well, and then changing their lives, and you're seeing the impact that it happened. So it opened up a whole community to me. When I was an engineer, I was at a desk. I didn't have to talk to anyone. Got paid great, and I just sat down at my desk. I fixed whatever needed to be fixed and move on. Now I'm heavily involved in the community, but I don't need an alarm clock to wake up.
Wow, 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 wow. That's magnificent. So your mainframe right now is the business of working with in martial arts and stuff like that, right? Yeah, I'm training and mostly children. You said, right?
Yes, I would say yes, it's primarily children, but we're getting ready to travel. I believe we have to go to Tallahassee. One of my fighters has a pro MMA fight in Tallahassee. I can give you the links to that as well. But a lot of guys that I train, they have their different fights that they do in different disciplines, whether it's kickboxing, boxing, mixed martial arts. So I'm very invested in there, but also child development. We help kids with special needs, get them active into martial arts as well. It's
Yeah,
for
man, don't know, come
a lot
when me
of
a youth,
people's health.
When me a look at youth, me always the one do karate and martial arts and them thing there. Me always want to do that as a youth. That a one thing that always they intrigue me, and like flying plane, like pilot thing. But that is a
Right.
wonderful thing, because I think every youth can I believe most youth can relate to something like that, like karate, and me I say the discipline of something like that, that it can teach them discipline and show them a lot of values in life. I have a question here. Do you
Yes.
and may I ask some question where them probably don't sound sophisticated, right? But it's okay, because I think a lot of people would just ask the same question, right? Do you hang out with people that don't have the same kind of lifestyle, like eating habits and physical traits? Like you find yourself hanging out with people like that, like, and just being okay with hanging out with them and just like as friends?
Oh yeah, I have friends from all walks of life. Like when you say hanging out, I honestly I don't really hang out. I'm kind of on my purpose right now. But as far as being open for dialogue and talking with different people from different walks of life, and having friends who don't necessarily follow exactly what I do as far as eating and the farming and the martial arts,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah, man. Hey, say everything where you do it not only work on your physique, but your brain sharp. Because coming like you take all the something when me I say to you, and you just sophisticate them up. Me like that. Me like that thing. They
Well,
big up
I appreciate I appreciate that, but no, man,
Yeah.
you're a good host on the show, and it's just a reasoning we're having, and it's a beautiful thing, man. That's why I said nothing's off limits. I don't need a script to tell you who I am and to have a reason. And from Blake, give the green light and say, "Yo, I'm a brethren."
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
his show and everything. Like it's a no brainer. I'll
It's
be
a
on
up
here.
thing. Yeah, man. I love the vibes. So we're talking with Devar Davis, right? And this region he's reached many milestones in the community, and right now he's working with a lot of youth and in developing, in training and in martial arts, and also working with development and fitness. And these things are very, very important in creation. But I have a question for you here. What is your ultimate goal overall? Like in the long run, where you see yourself?
Where do I see myself in
Yeah.
the long run?
Yeah.
To be honest with you,
Yeah.
the journey unfolds every day. When I was going to school for engineering, I didn't see myself in
Rasta.
aviation engineering. The opportunity presented itself. When I was doing I did powerlifting and bodybuilding at one point. This was the early 2000s.
Yeah.
And I thought that I was going to do that for a living, and then
Yeah.
I got into music production. I'm a trained classical piano player, classical pianist, and I used to compete in the 90s, different classical piano recitals I used to go to in Miami. I thought that I was going to do something with that. I was
Reda.
producing music for other people as well. Blakey can tell you that, 'cause I produce music for him too. But I let all of
Hey,
that
we haven't
go.
talked to Blake upon the program yet, too, you know. Hey, we have a reason with Blake upon the program, yeah. Lord have
Real quick, I just
mercy.
want to tell you, real quick, I just want to tell you this part
Yeah.
because what shifted everything for me, that's why you have to respect the journey. You stay the course and respect the journey because what happened with me, I was supposed to be a music producer
Yeah.
and I was trying to go to school for audio engineering. My financial aid never kicked in. This was a Friday and I was supposed to start school Monday and I get an email saying that I'm going to have to pay like $4,000 if I wanted to start the school. So I just say, you know what? If I'm not going to learn how to use those mixing boards, I'm going to learn how to fix them. So I switched from audio engineering to electronic engineering. And I said, they can't take that away from me. If I learn how to fix things, electronic things, you can't take that away. And the rest was history. I graduated what they call summa cum laude, which I never missed a day and I never missed a question on a test. All when the people them in the final were cheating on the test, I look at that answer sheet and I'm like, Regin, two of them wrong on there. Everyone got the same two wrong, but I applied myself is what I'm saying. I was never good at math, but I locked into the engineering. And when you lock your mind into something, there's nothing you can't accomplish. And that's what I try to get the message across to not just the kids, but even the adults and the professionals that I teach now.
Wow. Brother, me not really wowed very much, you know. But you wow me about 2 or 3 different times just now, you know.
It's just a reason, brother.
No, man, no bother with that, man. Right now, you wow me. At that more, you know, I'm not really wowed very easily. You see me I say? Because when you talk about even classically trained and them thing there is a wow already to me. You see me? And then you say, alright, me go find a different way. Me go find, alright, if me can't make it in a playing the music, then me go playing the instrument, me go learn how to fix the instrument. So you wow me this so. And then you wow me on a overall when you show me say, yo, you know say, me go find a way. And you wow me again when me ask you the question, say what is your ultimate goal? And you say when it as it unfolds. You wow me again, Rasta.
Definitely.
Hey, I don't know what your time look like, you know, but I would really like to talk with you. All right, we're gonna hold a little break for a little bit, and then I'm gonna call you forward. Yeah. Yeah, man, we're still live on direct here on I Radio, Chipley, the Performa. Yeah, man, keep on playing live on direct. You see me, I say, shout out to each and everyone all over the planet right now, locked in. You know me, I say, yeah, man, a shout out to the Performa.com as well. Whole heap of love and respect without any disrespect. Whole heap of love. Sin? Yes, man. So we're reasoning with a gentleman, a teacher, a coach, you know, man. I want to talk with him a little bit more, so let me call him again. Hold on. Devar Davis was speaking with. See? Give me a second. Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, my teacher. Respect, man. What you say? So yeah, so we're reasoning here again, people, with Devar Davis saying, and you know, is a bridging that's in the community. You're based in Fort Lauderdale, right?
Yes. The school is in Lauderhill to be specific, but yes, Broward County, Fort Lauderdale area, but Lauderhill to be specific. That's where the school is.
So is safe to call you like a Jamaican ninja?
I guess you can say that, but
yeah.
But my thing is, like, I look at based on family history and based on everything, I would prefer more of the warrior class.
Warrior.
Because if you look at my lineage, it's I have Maroon in my family. And if you're familiar with the Maroons of Jamaica.
Yeah, see it in your face, man. You look serious, man. I look by your face, yeah, you look serious, man. You look like a serious bridging. But I
have fun, though.
Me know, I'm want to talk about that a little bit. You see me, I say, more reason about that just a little bit. I'm going to say a name to you, right? I'm going to say a name to you, and then you tell me what comes to your mind, right?
Right.
Zeke Dan.
I'm a virgin. We'll go to school with him.
Yes, man. Big up Zeke Dan, you know. Yeah, man. Hey, me and Zeke Dan used to play sight and sound together, you know. So, me spend some time around him and we all enough vibes. You see me, I say, it's go me, I go to your social media now and see you like you actually from youthful days. I'm usually grew up with Zeke. And me need
Yeah,
to talk with him on this program as well. You see me, I say, come have a segment where we do call the selector, call the sound man. You see me, I say,
definitely.
I'm on reason with Zeke as well. So you say you did embedded in
Hold on,
them.
give me one moment,
Yeah,
Bridget.
yeah,
Hold on.
yeah, man. Yeah, man. So we're talking with, yeah, man, a Jamaican warrior then. A man called
Yes,
Devar
yes,
Davis.
sir.
Yes, man. And we are shining the spotlight on your broad and loud, you know, brother. So the whole of the frequency of South Florida I hear you, and you know me I say the world I hear you, cause we're all over the planet right now. You see me I say. So we want to make sure
Definitely.
that people are understanding that we're speaking with somebody that is, you know, a whole human being. Because you know what I love about you, and I think Blakey said to me too, you know, cause Blakey said him used to fight you, like, you know, not fight like fight, but spar them. You
Right,
see me, I say,
right.
and he must say, man, this are the one, the man say, yo, Chip, like, me can't beat him, like, him say, me just try, him say, yo, me can beat all heap of people, but me just could have never just fight, like, could me, and he must say, and then he said a word, you know, all the way, he must say, and it's just, it's humility. I'm just said that one word, you know. Like him just so humble, and like him said that tonight, and me said that's why you can't beat him. It is that are the one thing where people don't realize when somebody has a level of humility about them, a sense of humbleness about them. That
Well,
person, go ahead.
I'm gonna be honest with you. When it comes to certain things like that, I always give people this analogy. When you look at, you know, Michael Phelps, the swimmer,
Yeah,
there's a picture of him swimming in the water, and he is looking at the finish line, and all of his competitors are looking at him. My thing is, what I tell people all the time, if you keep focusing on me, you lose already. What I'm focused on is trying to be the best version of myself, however
wow.
that looks like. Do you
Yes.
understand what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
that's what I try to get across to people. If you make me the target all the time, you don't really learn anything from that.
Yeah, yeah. You know, you remind me of Dexter that song. Cause me put everything to music, you know, like me embedded in that. So Dexter that have a song where say God got me covered. Him say the song I say like him I say, you know, you can't, like him I say, you can't be me. You cannot be me. Like let me have to listen to the song again, but the song name God got me covered. But he must say you can't be me, like you can't focus on trying to be me, cause me are already me. You see me? So that is a wonderful, wonderful point that you touch right there, and I see myself in a lot of that because truthfully, me not really a compete with no man. You see me? Me just go and do it how me do it. You see me? I say, cause him say your thing and mine though similar, your thing and mine though familiar. That's exactly the words that he said. That your thing
Right.
and mine though similar, your thing and mine though familiar. You see me? I say, so him not have no time for
Definitely.
a fight you. No pun intended, but that actually is like you not fight them. It's like you almost aspire with yourself. You know,
Absolutely.
that's wonderful, man. That's amazing, amazing, amazing thing coming from a person like yourself. So a person like yourself. So I have a question for you, right? Because this is something that has always intrigued me, right? And something that I've always wanted to master. And I see you on a video in on the social media doing some I would call like some Superman pull-ups. No, if somebody is out there, right, and them want to learn how to do some pull-ups, right, just the ordinary person, and them never really do no pull-ups in them life, like me, that has
Right.
never been a strong point. I do exercise and I do, you know, obviously now I do not like what you do, but you know me say me do my thing. You know me say your thing and mine though similar, but you understand, but But how you motivate someone in that line?
Well, one thing that I always say, you have to at least be the change that you want to see in other people. So if I'm not doing certain things myself, I'm not supplying the fuel for the motivation. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what I try to do is, because there's people who have the gift of gab, they can talk about certain things.
Yeah.
And then there's people who actually live it.
Yeah, lead
Right.
from the front. You lead in from the front.
Right.
Yeah.
So in talking with people now, I don't feel like I'm doing any kind of salesmanship or anything like
Real
that.
life.
I'm just telling you about what I'm already doing. So it comes off natural. So in that also, I look at where people are. I don't try to have them do exactly what I am doing at the level that I'm doing it. I do an assessment, I see where you are, and then I say, okay, maybe you can't do 10 or 20 pull up, but here what? I have this weighted band, which is going to take about 50% of your weight off of you. You step into it, grab the bar, and it's going to help you to feel that sensation of pulling yourself up. And then we slowly reduce the band to where it only takes off maybe 30%,
Wow.
maybe 20%, to the point where it gets to the point where you can do it yourself.
Oh wow! So when somebody, based off of your experience, reach to a point where they take off the band now, how many pull-ups are they usually able to accomplish?
That depends on the work that they put in. You can't really put a number on it. It depends on the individual. However, if they stay diligent with it, the body will adapt. Anything you put the body through long enough and you do certain things right, the body will adapt to it.
Okay. And what would you say is for you the exercise that you definitely have to do, and you saw the most results from through your training? Like if you had one exercise that you could choose, and that's the only one that you could ever
Only
do.
one?
Just one. Just if you had one that you could, that's the only one that you could ever do forever, you would just stick to that one. If that was the, I know it's not a thing, right? But if there's one thing that you could do, one exercise that you could do, and it's only that one that you could choose, what is it?
Wow. It would have to be honest with you, there's many, but if I had to just choose one, it would be morning and evening swimming in the ocean.
Wow.
Because I can make it to a point where it's challenging. I can move my feet and hands in a way where I can still get a good total body workout.
Wow. You know, some hear that already, cause when me da live in a yard, you know, no fight fisherman them, you know. The man they know the man them would dive, you know, like the diving fisherman them. The man they know do no other workout, you know, just swim, them man they swim, you know. And you look on the man them fit. You see me I say, yes man, that is really you know, what I like about your answers are genuine. Again, you're not just talk. You actually walk the talk, my brother. You walk in the talk.
Definitely.
You see me I say, and you make that, you make it resonate a little bit, and you calibrate it, and you go so you say, all right, swimming, because I can get every exercise out of that one exercise. That's wonderful, man. I'm telling you, big up yourself. All right. What would you recommend to folks for like them abdomen? Cause me I ask you a question because me I try get that's how me I try focus on my abdomen and them things. So like just like me now as a novice to them thing, you know. What you that tell me if you know work on my abdomen then for firm up your abdomen? What is that?
Has to be nutrition. To be honest with you, you can do all of the ab crunches and everything in the world, but it's really what you eat that's gonna make that make them show.
So if I'm gonna say, all right, me a vegan, right? I'm a vegan. All right, I'm not eating any meat, right? I'm not eating anything that's animal products or none of those things, and I am exercising and I'm doing abdomen exercises and crunches and all that, and I still seeing bloating. I still have, me I talk from personal experience too. 'Cause I mean, just a bit transparent too. Like, I don't eat meat and those things, but then sometimes you notice that you still have your abdomen look how we are, just you look at certain way around the center. How could you bring your core more to be more fit or more solid?
So the same like how you're talking about pull-ups, if you're able to, hanging knee raises would probably be the best because that hits the lower abs and it hits more of a total of the abs. See, most people just lay down and do crunches.
Yeah.
That's, in my opinion, not enough. And if you don't have the strength, it'll hurt your neck. But if you can do any kind of leg raise, even if it's one leg at a time, you're going to get benefit from it.
Okay. Nice and easy. I think you answered this already. But I want to ask you this as well. What is your approach in inviting someone to this lifestyle?
Well, again, I don't really encroach on what people are already doing. What I do is I show them what I am doing and give them elements of what I'm doing that they can apply to their lifestyle. So if you see certain things that you feel that can work for you, take it and use it. You don't have to go full on like how I do. I found what works for me and I'm going to stick with it the whole way. If you decide that you want to do that, then put in the work and you'll be able to do the same thing.
It sounds like some wonderful parenting as well.
Everyone's journey is different.
So speaking of parenting as well, because I just said that word, it sounds like some wonderful parenting as well, the way that you're speaking. I know that you're a dad, correct?
Yes.
And you're also a husband, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so did you require your family, I think I already know the answer to this, but did you require your family to live the same lifestyle, or did they decide to do it on their own, and how did that come about?
Well, in the beginning, yes, they kind of had no choice but to follow what we do, but because we make it work and, they have stuck with it on their own. When they become of age, if they decide to do certain things a different way, I have no control over that, but they have a great foundation.
Yeah, I like that.
They have a great foundation, and not only with that, but we homeschool our children too, and we just all full circle. My wife had all of them natural birth, no doctors. We had midwives, like everything the natural way. So when I say it, like there's some people talk about it, but we actually live it.
Wow. Amazing. Respectfully, let me see here. I have a question here that I want to get through. I have like two more questions and I'm going to let you go.
Sure.
Let me see here. I asked you about that already. All right, I'm going to ask you that one. You can't know that one right. All right. What has your culture taught you that has helped you to reach to this level? So I'm speaking about your culture as a whole, as a Jamaican, as whatever it is that you embrace as part of your culture that has taught you, that helps you, and that has helped you to reach to this point.
Well, one thing that I notice is history is very important, and we as Jamaicans and just black people in general, a lot of times we don't know past grandmother. Mm-hmm. But when you really research into your history, you find out things come full circle. My great-great-grandmother was a farmer, and it naturally just came to me. The engineering part, I'm still trying to kind of figure out, but there's certain things that I feel that I
He's
feel
a scientist, man. You don't realize that.
But I put two and two together because here's the thing. So my farming now is different. I don't do the regular farming like how my family used to do, I use the technology. So I can water the plants from my phone because I have an automatic drip irrigation system set up at home to water the plants. If it's going to rain, I can turn it off. So
That mad.
bridging my interests together has been great for me. But if I could take anything back, honestly, I wouldn't, because I'm mid 40s now. But everything that I've done has led up to where I am now, and I feel that if I didn't go through certain things that I went through, I wouldn't be where I am now. I didn't
Wow.
see it early on, like in my early 20s and everything. You don't really see it and appreciate it. But when I look at it now and I look at the impact that I have,
Mm.
it's a responsibility to not just the children that I train, but the adults as well. We have a whole community here, and being the head of that community, it's a lot of pressure,
Mhm.
but you know, pressure is what builds diamond, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the expectation that people have of me, but I don't let it drive me to the point where I forget about my expectations of myself.
Seeing.
But everything kind of build up to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like all of it make what it like. There's no fault. You're not finding no fault with nothing. You're not finding.
Right. No, 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 you can't.
Seeing,
No.
seeing. The final question that I have for you, and if you have any questions for me, you can shoot them as well. Seeing, but me, there is do. I'm going to try to word this in a way where it not sound a way, right? But do you believe? I'm just going to ask you the way that I have it written, right? And you could translate it or interpret it how you want to. Do you believe that what you eat and how you exercise? Do you believe that how you eat and that you exercise and your lifestyle can answer all your problems?
To an extent, there's
So
there's
what kind of
also,
problem? What kind of problem you face then? Basically that's the question. Not to cut you. Go ahead.
well, we're always gonna face problems,
Mhm.
but that's what helps with your growth. So I look at it like this. Yes, you can. There's a lot of problems that can find remedy through nutrition,
Mhm.
through natural living. But you also have to take on the spiritual journey as well. Sometimes you have to do some inner standing and overstanding of yourself. Sometimes you have to be with the silence to kind of know who you are. And a lot of times we're so stimulated, we avoid those moments. And then you get put in a situation where you have to be in silence and you don't know what to do. Most people, they go through depression and go through all of these things because they don't really take time out to figure out themselves, because we're constantly stimulated. And when that high comes down and there's no external stimulation, you're left with yourself. And a lot of times it's hard to face that reality. But when you realize, you stay with it for a little bit, you realize that you're in control of that reality. There's nothing outside of your control when it comes to your life and your journey.
Wow. Boy, I have to go listen this back. I record it and I go listen this back. I a whole heap of teaching and this region. You see me I say? And that's why it's very important, because you're not everybody gonna do the same thing, And that's why I wanna. And Blake is really one of the people that push this, because we have a team ourselves, right? As
Right.
a collective that we work with, and Blake really keeps pushing this to the forward, that we talk with people outside of the music. You know what I mean? Because there's so many people doing wonderful things in the community. I believe that Andrew bring it up, but Blake keep pushing that narrative, and it's so important that we speak with people in the community that are doing wonderful things, that are not necessarily, them don't have a microphone in them, and everybody don't know them name, as far as like them not jumping across the stage, right? Because
Right.
because it is so integral of the things that you're doing and bridging. I thank you for your service. I thank you for the works that you're putting in with the youth, them, the difference that you're making. And I'm looking forward to come to South Florida, because I'm going to tell Blakes, make sure some get to come to your yard for come eat some of your food. You see me, because I want to see where you grow around there. You see me? Maybe we can do something where we go in your garden and see what go on in the garden and thing. You see me? I say, and I want to see all the irrigation thing the way you go on with around there and thing too. You see me? I say?
Of course.
But you're going with some magnificent things, Bridging. And I look forward to meeting you in person. And I trust that the forces that be will align that, because you are someone that I see as a wonderful human being, just based off of this impression that I have gotten over the past 24 hours. You see me, I say? So the name of this program is called Keep On Playing, and I would say, Bridging, keep on playing. Do you have anything to say to the listeners? Maybe let me see. What's your Instagram?
So my Instagram is Devar618, and the school's Instagram is Spartan Martial Arts. You can look us up, and if you're into any kind of ITA living, look up Carib Sensations. We have a website, caribsensations.co. Or, I'll send all the links to you, but those are the main two things that I'm focused on right now. And I fuse the two of them together as far as health and living. And you can find me there on social media anywhere. If you just look up Devar618, all of those links are there.
Magnificent. Thank you so much. Enough respect here, my king.
Yeah, man.
I have this recorded. I will play it again. I will pull it up there. Sometimes I do the pull-ups. This is definitely one of the pull-ups because it's full of information. Big up yourself, Devar, and keep on playing. Enough respect, my king.
Yeah, man. Enough respect. All right. Cool.
People, I ain't heard nobody. Yes, man. Big up Devar Davis. We get the opportunity to speak with him. See? Give thanks, man. Community broadcasting radio. I Radio. Chipley the Performa. Gonna leave you with this one.
God is the greatest. No matter what you're going through.
Big up Vibes Cartel.
Count your blessings, yeah.
Do your work, youth. I can't call you youth down. Yes, man. Family.
Well, today is a new day. Give thanks a lot. All praises to the Lord. Me see if I'm sanctified. Nah, make them stress me. Me a whole a vibe. With Red Boom, TJ and Moon in my bona fide.
Family.
And the Lord is around us. In blessings surround us. Me not care who like me. Me just a go and show love. And the Lord is around us. In blessings surround us.